Hi, everybody. My name is Shannon, and you're watching another yarn. Thank you so much for joining me and being here today, this evening, this day, morning, whatever time you happen to be watching this. I greatly appreciate it. This has been so much fun getting to know the Yarny community in a way that I didn't before. I was already watching everyone else's podcast and commenting, but I get to know everyone on such a different level now, and I really appreciate that opportunity. So today I wanted to go over and show you what I've gone and made this week, the accomplishments and everything. And, you know, right before I turned on the camera, I started thinking, oh, I didn't make enough. Really? That's why I have in the tag, one stitch counts towards progress. One stitch. You don't have to complete a full sweater in a week for that to count. You don't have to make 10 hats and 15 washcloths. And I'm working on a dragon. I'm not going to lie, the dragon's really cool. But you don't have to do all that. And you're doing enough. One stitch counts. I finished this wonderful, gorgeous sweater that I'm wearing, and yet I'm still sitting here in front of you going, wait a minute, I don't have enough to show. Isn't that funny how we put these demands upon ourselves? Who says I don't? Who says I haven't done enough? Who says there's not enough beautiful things just to show off and in one video? Don't worry about that. Be happy, be proud, enjoy what you're doing. So anyway, if you didn't see my mystery yarn challenge video where I showed this gorgeous sweater where I finished it, here you go. Look at that. So for those that have not followed that particular series, Lori the Armchair Chef, I'll link her down below. She puts on a monthly challenge, and yes, I signed up for it for July. So in her monthly challenge, you get a mystery box of yarn. Somebody else will send you yarn, and you have to make something with it. And it might be yarns that you wouldn't normally use and ways that you wouldn't normally use. This, believe it or not, is Caron Jumbo and Bernat Pop. That's what this is. And then the blue that's on here, I'm not really sure what this is. It didn't have a label on it. It was the majority, if not the entire skein, but it didn't have the label. So I don't know, but it's an acrylic of some sort and a big box store type of a yarn, but I don't know which brand it is. So when I got them, they looked very, very muted, very neutral. Yes, there was the blue, but everything really blended. And my goal in this particular sweater was to make something that just said, "Hi, I'm here. I've entered the room. Do you know who I am? Look at me. Look at me. Hello, hello." And I think I succeeded in that. I put so many fun details in this, and I was so happy. And I used my scissors and cut my knitting. Very much like steeking, not quite like steeking, more like an afterthought heel where you're going to cut your yarn for your sock. So I had a neckline because, again, this is my own concoction. I didn't have a pattern. I had a neckline that went way up here, and then I tried to do I-cord around it, and I tried to fix it, and I did that 2 or 3 times, and it just got worse. So I had to cut it. I cut it right above the bobbles. I have a picture of it in my other video. I did. I got the scissors, I cut it, and I unraveled it all the way around. Picked up those stitches, did a twisted rib, and went, done. It's beautiful. So that's a fun thing when you're making things on your own and you're creating things and you're doing stuff. It doesn't matter. Have fun. Do what you want to do and have fun. So I was able to do this, incorporating lace. The striping, there is striping because I've got beige. Here, I'll stand up again. This right here in the belly area and everything, that the blues, and that's a blue and a teal type of a green, that's the Bernat Pop. And the beige was part of the Caron Jumbo. So I got to stripe those together in a nice, what I thought was a pleasing striping sequence to blend everything. Anyway, that was my fun. And I just really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to my next one. Do you want to see my other sweater that I'm working on? It's not done yet. I'm going to have to pull more of it back. This is my Noro sweater, and it is gorgeous. Look at that. Stand up so I can go ahead and go all the colors. Look at that. And then I have seed stitch on that bottom. You see the seed stitch? So instead of doing a ribbing, I added that seed stitch, right? And normally I love seed stitch. I think it is just such a refined look. It adds some texture and nubs and everything, and I just think it's gorgeous. Well, I've got about another half an inch or so, and it'll be about the length that I want it. I don't like the way it looks. I I don't like it at all. So I'm going to pull back to here. I might pull back a little bit more, maybe do some more waist shaping. We'll see, since I'm going to be pulling back anyway. But I was hoping to have this one on and have this one on my mannequin and have this on and to show that's all I had to do was the neckline and the sleeves. But I'm back at the drawing board on that. I don't like the way that it looks. I don't like the way that it lays. And I'm making it for me and I want it to be right, or at least comfortable. So don't be afraid to pull your work out. Don't be afraid to rip things back and make it yours. This is your signature flair. So this one, sorry, didn't get that far. I mean, I put a lot more on it since last time you got to see it, but I'm going to be ripping it all back out. My angel sweater, I didn't get any farther, but that's because I'm ready to put the sleeves on. On that one, I started with the body, and then I already had the sleeves done, and I'm going to attach it in the raglan, so I'll have to do the rest of the yoke. And if you remember, I have angels going down the sleeve right here. So when I attach it, I've got to get my book back out, my Japanese stitch Bible, so I can finish up the angels that are going on the sleeve. And that's going to take a little bit of brain power, and I don't want to play with that right now. So it's in timeout. It hasn't done anything wrong. Sorry, Viv. Love you. For everyone who doesn't know, Vivian's my sister. She has claimed the angel sweater. She has lovingly already used emotional blackmail to get the angel sweater, so she will get it. But she also lives in Georgia. It's 90 to 100 degrees. She doesn't need a sweater right now, so I've got time. For that matter, I'm wearing this gorgeous sweater, and this week it's going to be 90, and I'm in Colorado. So I don't get to wear it to work as soon as I would like to. One of the other ones that I worked on that I thought was fun is I work on hats in between other projects. This right here is Berroco Comfort sock yarn. I've got two different colors. I've got it double stranded. It is blue and a gray. So that's the two colors that I've used. And this is just scraps. This is what I have left of the gray. I have used the blue. So yay for using up scrap yarns. This is going to be go for donation to the Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. And it's just a nice, simple stockinette hat on size 6 needles, 2 strands of fingering weight yarn held together. I have a lot of leftover fingering weight yarn for making socks and other projects, and I have found doing this is a fantastic use of those. Each hat is 100% unique. It is fun to do. They come up absolutely beautifully. This one's an acrylic, but I have a lot that are wool blends. And it's just enjoyable. And I like the stripe pattern. I have put a little bit of a stripe and mixing that. You can see I had more blue at the bottom. As I ran out of blue, I've made the stripes bigger with the gray to where it'll finish off with the gray. So it has that homemade gradient effect. So anyway, I thought that was fun. And one of the other ones that I enjoyed doing, I did a shout out video earlier in the week for Angela, the crazy poppy lady. She has tutorials for some beautiful coasters. I repurposed them, turned them into washcloths, and I will be donating those to the American Starfish Organization, which is collecting washcloths and scrubbies for a homeless veterans charity. So I did get a few other things. I won't go into great detail with them. This is the daisy. Please go check out my other video and you can get more information on it. And this is the wonderful Rosy Posy. And I have, whoops, the lavender right here. So if you want more detailed information, go ahead and look at my Scrubby Sunday. So I just find it interesting. Those are some of the things that I accomplished this week, to include working on my dragon. Oh yeah, the dragon's looking pretty awesome. I'll do a separate video for that. But as I was sitting here ready to turn on the camera, I'm like, oh, I don't have enough. Why do we do that? Do you know? Why do we do that? This isn't enough. One stitch counts. I have done progress, and I have made beautiful things, and I have made myself smile. Hopefully I've made you guys smile and laugh at the crazy antics or something along that line. And still, wow, not enough. Really? crocheting, knitting, creating, accomplishing projects, smile on my face, using stash yarn. Not everything did I go out and buy new. I got to use stash yarn. I did. I got some cottons right back here. So that's what I got through, some of the cottons. And I grabbed some of my other yarn. I got some other stash yarns going on. This was somebody else's entire stash yarn. So yay, score, doing some stuff as far as that goes. And I've got some other great things planned for stash yarn that I wanted to show off in the near future. I think that's it. There's so many projects and there's so many goals and there's so much stuff that I want to make. If I haven't made 100 things, I don't think I've done enough, which is really weird. You guys do that? Do you put unrealistic goals on yourselves? Do you stress yourselves out on things that you should or shouldn't do or something along that line? Or am I the only one? I can't be the only one, right? You ever look at your yarn stash going, what's it going to be? And come up with stuff and play? Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to, again, pop on, show you the stuff that I made, talk about that, and just have a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Yarny community, for welcoming me and joining into my family. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my videos. Feel free to put down comments. Tell me the things that you would like to see. If it's within my power, sure, let's do something. This is all about fun, no judgment, knitting, crocheting, yarn, fiber, having fun. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, everybody, you have a wonderful evening, daytime, morning, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.